say just a few points short, and the bank nifty as well is holding on. The mid caps have clambered back a little bit after losing. Let's do one thing. While we wait for reconnecting with the NALCO management, let's hear out what the IDBI bank management had to tell our correspondent Manasvi Ghelani, who caught up with Mr. Batra after the results press conference.
Asset quality is a problem, but it is a resolvable problem, and we are attacking it with all seriousness. As we know, the asset quality has been affected by environment around us. There is a lot of stress, in the industrial sectors, and their earnings have been hit over the last couple of years. And when their earnings get impacted, obviously their debt servicing also gets impacted. So we do recognize that, and therefore, all kinds of solutions have been attempted and are being attempted to resolve that problem. We cannot wish away that NPAs would not be there. NPAs would be there, they'll get added, but you need to sort of recover from the stock of NPAs. You need to attempt upgradation of NPAs. You need to restructure where absolutely essential, and you need to prevent further occurrence of NPAs. So on all four fronts, we are working full blast.
So by the end of this financial year, where do you think these numbers, in fact, of recovery also, which stood at 285 crores this time, and NPAs and GNPAs, like I said, where do you see these numbers coming by the end of this financial year?
Recovery is 425 crores this year. But we are expecting the recovery momentum to pick up. Typically in the first quarter, the recoveries are lower. Though I would say that corresponding quarter, if we compare, then our recoveries have been much better. Going forward, there will be spurt in recoveries, and as far as the accretion to NPAs additionally is concerned, it's very difficult to put a number. Yeah, though we have an internal number, but our effort will be that the addition to the beginning of the year number is minimal.
Okay. So slippages came in around 1400 crores. Yes, this is the first quarter, and there seems also because of a lot of RBI guidelines, you had to restructure a couple of them. But going forward, what is the slippages that you're expecting, or what is the pipeline that you're expecting in the couple quarters?
You're asking the same question in a different way, but I would again say that NPAs may happen. We'll resolve some of them, recover some of them. So what we need to see, what is going to be the net picture.
Would it be 1400 crores at this point in time? Would it be in the same lines, or will we see some sort of increment in that number?
Very difficult to put an exact number, on additional NPAs, because there are several accounts which continue to be under stress. Sure. So our effort is to resolve them. So if a couple of them do not get resolved, and according to RBI guidelines, we have to put them in NPA category, we have to.
Okay. So a lot of accounts that have got refinanced under 525, IDBI has some sort of is a part of the consortium as well. Going forward, will this pipeline remain as is? I mean, are you looking at accounts? Are you doing due diligence of any accounts in specific to any sectors that have been hurting you?
525 is a scheme which is applicable to projects, and we need to see which are the projects or which are the companies where actually this can be used to either give them relief or realign the repayments in line with the expected cash inflows of those projects. But I would say that this is a mechanism which otherwise is very good, but one has to be cautious in choosing the cases, and because a longer repayment period can be given only on the back of stable cash flows, stable expected future cash flows. And as you go longer into the future, it becomes more uncertain, and therefore one has to factor several risks, including risk of refinancing, including risk of volatility in the expected cash flows. So if the cash flows are stable.
All right, so that's the word coming in from IDBI. They are looking at more refinancing perhaps. Meanwhile, we saw the Page Industries numbers came in the thick of the Nestle